This video is sponsored by PelucidFX.com. Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Okay, let's take a look at the gold market as well. Well, on the daily time frame, I hold the picture that we have discussed previously intact, because you can see that price action on the previous week was rather tight. We see that almost within the whole week market stand, except the Monday, market stands in the tight range, so that were formed overlapping candles with the small trading range, and in fact market stands in some coil. So we could say that market building in energy, and very often when the price action behaves in this way, we should be ready for some acceleration, some expansion of the market, either to the upside or to the downside. So in the beginning of the week, we will try to understand what odds stand for upward action and to the downward action. At the same time, I do not want to eliminate currently and to ignore the possibility of the butterfly. Although we see that price action is not looks as the normal butterfly, it's a bit extended to the in time, and this price action is relatively choppy, but still theoretically this pattern still could appear. And since market currently mostly is driven by events and some rumors, news about the Cyprus situation, anything could happen. Despite how perfect our technical analysis will be, any opposite news that could appear on the market could shake the market in the opposite direction, and that's why we should be ready for any development. So from that standpoint, the butterfly pattern is still possible, and probably we will totally negate it when and if market will take out of this high and when the possibility for the butterfly will be vanished absolutely. Also on the daily time frame, the significant moment is the nature of this move up. So you can see that is very different candles. This is with the long shadow, some deeper retracement stand within this move. This move is very slow compared to that thrust and move to the upside. We would not see any pressure on the price, something of that sort. When you see market show some extension, really aggressive move in one direction. Here is a bit other picture. That tells us that probably this move is the retracement, and we should not forget that overall price action on the gold market is now bearish. This splash up probably is driven by, as I said, by the Cyprus turmoil, and the reason for that move is probably the shock that has happened in the Euro Union. But when the first shock will come down, the situation could change, and this question will arise: where money will flow, in what currencies from the Euro and from the Cyprus, if they will start to flow into United States dollar. In this case, the demand for the dollar could exceed the demand for the gold, and the downward move could reestablish. That is probably what will happen when the situation on the Cyprus will come down a bit. Well, from that standpoint, the splash to the upside could happen because market not quite complete this ABCD pattern, and that is the destination based on the harmonic swing on the weekly time frame, this confluence resistance from 100% extension of the ABCD pattern, and also the daily overbought. So if there will be no bailout from the Euro Union that initially should be provided to the Cyprus, in this case probably gold could show some splash up in the beginning of the week. On the hourly time frame, unfortunately I do not see any clear patterns, but the overall situation suggests that we should be ready for the upward move. But Whether taking the long position currently or not, that is a bit other question. Why I think that the splash to the upside still could happen? Because first of all, take a look at this pattern that we have traded on the previous week. A, B, C bottom. The red circle is the target of this pattern, the D point, the completion point of this ABCD patterns right here. And take a look how market behaves after the completion of the ABCD pattern. So in fact, no respect, no turning to the downside, just a sideways action with the high highs and high lows. So market continues to creep higher. At the same time, the second moment is, we see that here is the bearish divergence on the MACD indicator that absolutely hasn't supported by price action. This could be the bullish dynamic pressure. That's why I think that it's still possible. The odds suggest that it's still possible the splash to the upside. But as I said, to take in or not to take long position is a bit different question, because besides of the direction of the move, we should take into consideration how attractive this trade will be. Since we know that overall price action to the upside is just a retracement, and our target stands around 1630 area, that is a bit around 20 bucks per contract move. The major question is where we place our stop. Probably somewhere below the range on the daily time frame, somewhere below this area. But this area probably will stand very close to the weekly pivot support months, around 1593. So risk-reward ratio is not very attractive. Besides, we will take the additional risk of uncertainty with the solution on the Cypress if we will take the long position right in the beginning of the week. From that perspective, I think that it's better solution trying to deal with the major direction, trying to deal with the bearish trend and to search possibility to enter on the short side of the market. Because for me, taking the long position right now with the targets about 20 bucks high is not very attractive in the overall situation. We will take in account the overall situation, and I think that we should search for the possibility better to enter on the short side of the market. You should understand that if market will show a splash up, we will be right at the resistance that will be rather suitable for searching opportunity to sell into, because we see we have overall bearish trend on our side. If market will show downward breakout, then this really could turn to the butterfly pattern, and you can see the target of the butterfly stands right around yearly pivot support once 1535. We will have very solid room to this area, and we have a lot of time to think whether we would like to enter short, where we would like to do this, and we still will be able to get excellent risk-reward ratio if market will really continue to this area. From that standpoint, I think that it is safer and better solution to watch the possibility to enter on the short side of the market and wait for some areas where we could take the short position by having at the same time the major trend in our back, major trend on to the downside as well. But if you would like to take the long position, well, theoretically you have the reasons for that, because we have some patterns on the 4-hour time frame that now is forming. But you should understand that the major risk that you will take will be not the technical one, but the political risk, and the risk of the uncertainty and any news that could be announced on the Cyprus situation. And in this case, the technical analysis hardly will help to you to make the correct decision with the overall position. That's why I think that it's better to be focused on the possibility to enter on the short side of the market rather than trying to enter long currently with the a bit suspicion risk-reward ratio, and overall patterns on the 4-hour time frame not as bad as they could be, but they are not perfect. They're just a bit relative patterns. So we see just not quite natural the price action after completing an ABCD pattern and some hint on the potential bullish dynamic pressure. But that's all that we have currently on the back. So think, decide what is better to you. Well, and we'll see what will happen on Monday, because I think that some information should come from the Cyprus, and maybe we will get a bit more clarity and transparency on overall situation on financial markets.